It's just a laid back vibe, baby. Straight up. It's just a laid back vibe, baby. Straight up.
You know how they say there's a fine line between bravery and stupidity? I exhibited that the day of the mauling. I wanted my healing more than I wanted to process it. Because from the moment it happened, I was doing things to heal myself or to move the needle forward. Like, even though I couldn't open the door to get in the car when my friend came to get me, I was still formulating, okay, could I use my foot? You know, it was like, just like, we're going to get through this. But when I got to the hospital, like, it was funny. Because when they went to discharge me, I said, they were like, hold on, we're going to get a wheelchair. I was like, bitch, I walked in here, I'm walking out. And everybody in the room busted out laughing. I was like, what's so funny? They were like, you didn't, though. You kind of like crawled. So I kind of crawled into the hospital. Like, I rolled out of the fucking passenger side of the car. I was just like, help! This was the day I realized I did need to do comedy, because as people were telling me what was happening, like, as they told me their version of it from where they sat, I was dying. I was crying, laughing. I was like, it was that bad. They were like, you know, you're not a princess. Like, you're not that person, but you made up for not being that person in that little bit of time. But even though I don't remember, like, I remember bits and pieces of being stitched together. But leaving the hospital, I did. I made them let me walk out of there, and I was holding the railing going down, and my friend, like, we walked it out. But as we were walking out, I was like, so bro, we gotta go get my car. He was like, Erica, we can't go get your car. What about mine? Because we were also supposed to have a show that night. We were headlining. He and I were supposed to be headlining. And so I'm already game planning. I'm like, so listen, this is the game plan. You're going to take me to McDonald's. You're going to get me a large coffee, black, and 2 hash browns. He was like, I was like, just trust me. I was like, I'm going to be okay. I said, because by the time we go to McDonald's, sit in the drive-thru, I get that. I said, because you don't understand what I'm about to do. I said, I am about to give myself the purge of all purge. I said, I'm going to make sure only just the medication I need is in my system. Plus, I haven't eaten in days. I said, but that fucking car is coming home with me, because I trust them this much to do what I ask. He was like hesitant. I said, listen, I said, and then you're gonna follow me from there to the fucking interstate, and then you're gonna go follow me on the interstate, because you gotta go that way anyways to go home, because you're going home to rest and get your shit together, because I got ate by a dog. That's why I'm not going to be there. What's your fucking excuse? I don't need you sitting with me at the house. I appreciate you being there and being my brain, my eyes, when I was unconscious at the hospital, but right now I'm conscious, and I need you to show up where we're supposed to be, where I can. He's just looking at me, and I was like, just give me the coffee so I can fucking vomit, man. Because you gotta think, they pushed me full of meds, everything else. I had been cinching down for a photo shoot, so yeah, like, I was very fucked up on meds and very fucked up on pain, and I needed to fix it, and I knew a way to do it, and I was about to fix my plan. So he goes along with the plan, and you ready for this? When we got to the place where the people that took my car, I told him, I said, listen, you go get the keys, you don't need to witness this, because I just chug the coffee and make myself throw up, and then I'm like eating the hash browns, so I just patted my stomach afterwards. And I kept a little bit of the coffee to sip on as I'm driving. And then at the same time, I'm thinking, how am I going to do that? It's taking, like, because, like, I was holding the coffee with both hands, but they was like wrapped up and shit. So I wasn't really like, holding the coffee. It was a hot mess, y'all. It was a whole hot mess, okay? But I was making it work. But then it's like, I was like, why keep the coffee? You don't even have a hand to... How are you going to drive? Like, are you really sure about this plan, Erica? But something within me was like, yes, you are. So I did. He followed me. Things went great. I made it home. Called him when I got home. I put my ass on the fucking couch. It was what it was. But when I sent him up there to get the keys, here was the cool part. You ready for this? I was right. I specifically said when I handed them those keys, and I said, that car's got to leave your mom's house because, one, it's not mine, it's a rental. Because me and my bandmate had just come from out of town. So I hadn't even, the rental was going back the next day. So I was like, that rental, I got to know it's safe. I was like, can you please take it to your house? And another artist friend of mine was in the room because it was his parents' dog yeah. So him and his wife were in my room, and I'm like, bro, I need you to take my rental to your house. You drive it only. Well, when I sent my boy up there to get the fucking keys, he comes back down, he goes, so-and-so, the wife said blah, blah, blah. And I was like, how would she know that? He was like, I guess she drove it home. I was like, now you see why I told you come get me we was taking my fucking car. I don't know if you want to call that brave, stupid, courageous, had heart, won't give up. I don't know. What do you classify that shit as? But that's what the fuck happened. That is what the fuck happened. And as I sit here and think about it, and I'm telling y'all, I'm just like, you know, if I was sitting in his shoes, I'd be thinking, this bitch is fucking crazy. And you know what? Yep, I am. And guess what? It turned out okay. No one died. No one got hurt any worse than I already was fucking hurt. Sometimes it's okay to be the crazy one in the room. So apparently that story sparked more questions. How did I drive without hands? All right, y'all. So visualize it. All I had like this much motion in my fingertips, if that. But I honestly couldn't feel it because everything was so swollen. So I had like this, right? So then I realized, okay, you can do this. Because mind you, the whole way driving to go pick up the car, I'm sitting there going, like, I'm in the car, he's like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm trying to see what works. I said, I'm just assessing what works. And I'm realizing, okay, your knee's fucked up, your left leg's fucked up. So you might be able to drive with it because it's not your actual knee. And the wound is not there. And you can't feel your knee anyway. So, like, just use it as the steering wheel. And as long as you got a couple grips, you're good. Let me tell y'all, I had no grip to the point that I couldn't even start my car. Like, we're standing there and I'm trying to like drink this fucking coffee and I'm laughing, it's going everywhere. He's laughing, he goes, you can't even fucking start the car, but you gonna drive it. I was like, bitch, give me to the end of this parking lot and I'll have it figured out. And I did.